Hi, this is Usman and welcome back to Tech and Talk. Our topic is Postman today. So let's get started. So let me create a new request. Before creating a request, it's saying that open Launchpad. If you click on that, you can see whole lot of options that you can find by these controls. But this is the UI where all of the shortcuts are available, so you can open Launchpad and do whatever you want. So we will not go to details of this UI. So we will close this Launchpad and add a new request. I'm creating a new request. Let's say it's a kind of login request, right? And yeah, so I will save this one. Let me create a new collection for this one, and for this I will go to Postman training, right? So we will use Postman training. Save to Postman training, right? Yeah, this is how it looks, and if you click on this little icon you will see the side menu, and inside menu there are three tabs. I will go to collection, and inside this collection I will see Postman training, where it is. Yeah, there it is. I am making a favor so that I can see it on the top. So this is login request. Let me change this request to post, and let me add the URL of my working API. This is ASP.NET Core Web API, a simple API written to demonstrate this Postman session. Because this API deals in JSON format, so I will select the raw from here, and from the text type I will go for the JSON. So let me briefly tell about all these types. First one is empty, nothing is in the body section. Form data is for ASCII character, where plain text is data is posted with the form. This type is for non-ASCII characters, and with the files as well. You can submit the files and the characters together. Raw is totally for the string format, and this text basically could be in the form of text, JavaScript, JSON, HTML, and XML. So the binary is for the files, where your files will be submitted or posted. GraphQL is for manipulating the API. It provides the whole a lot of GraphQL variables and schema. So you need to maintain your variables here and your query here. So we can also use GraphQL from Postman as well. So you need to add the schema as well. So today we will explore the raw, which is and we will consume the JSON format for this. So let me add email, and also I have copied the working email. Sorry, this is a dummy email. So password is the secure password, typical 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So yeah, that's it. Let me hit the login. Yeah, it's working, and it is giving us the whole lot of detail about my role, my access token. Basically this is the JWT token, which is been provided by the web API, refresh token, identifier, etc. So so this is how we can add a request inside the Postman. We can run this request, we can add the model. We can save this request inside a collection. And yeah, so let's jump into the test tab. What does this test tab do? Okay, so let's assume a situation where we want to validate our response and want to even we want to write some tests. We want to save the response values. We can, whatever we want, we can do here. So if you can see in the list provided here by default in Postman, there are a lot of templates through which we can get environment variable, we can get global variable, we can get variables, we can set variables, and we can test our responses as well. So let's start with saving the response inside response to pm dot response dot json, right? So this is how we can store this request response inside a response variable, and after that we can just set an environment variable which is, let me click this one. Oh, it's about getting the environment variable. Let me set the variable from here. So for setting the variable we need the key. Let's name it token, and for the value we will go with response.data.access token, right? So we will go with response.data.access token, right? So let's see if it is able to save this. So for this purpose I just have set the environment local. So let me make a call, and also let's see if it works. Yeah, it saved the all the token value, the whole token value inside a variable called token, right? This is how we can set the variables inside the test tab through JavaScript, right? So for the next request we can simply what we can do is we can pass this variable inside our next request header or body. Let's say there is a request like this one. Don't know that if this really working right now, but let me tell you how we can consume this variable into next request header so that we can consume the environment variables properly. So yeah, and if we can add double curly braces, you can see the list has raised. So let me add token here. You can see this is how we can dynamically pass results or the values from one request into another request with this curly bracket notation, and in these double curly brackets we have the name of the variable, and if you hover it is showing the current value as well. So this is how we can make a login call, and we can save the token in a variable and pass this token in the next request header, and we don't need to copy paste the token every time. So how this actually useful in our Postman testing, let's demonstrate this as well. Let's say we have a collection, and this is the runner of the Postman which helps us to run all our requests without any effort and in repetition. So let me select our collection which is Postman training, and all your requests will be listed here, and you want one iteration of these all requests, and environment variable you want to set the local, and if you click the Postman test, you can see one request has been executed and 0 test passed and 0 failed, because we haven't added any test here right now. So for the test point of view, let's add a simple test which will be let's say status code is 200, right? So it's a pre-built-in template in the Postman, and it's validating that the status of the API response is 200. So if you run this, and you can see now in test result, you can see status code is 200, which is passed, which is basically this thing. You can name it as you can. So let's update it. API is alive, right? I am sending request. You can see the test API is alive is passed. So let's again go to the runner and select the training collection and run the Postman. Now you can see that the request has been passed and request has been executed, but 0 passed. Don't know why it is, but it should save one. Let me save this one as well. Sorry, I haven't saved this earlier. So now it should say one test passed, right? You can see that one test has been passed. So as many as tests you can write, and all these results will be shown here, and in case of fail they will be shown here, and against every request all these tests will be listed in this report here. So this is how we can write test against a Postman request. This is how we can save the response and set the environment variable. So there is a lot to come about global variables, how to set them, how to pass, and how to manage the flow of your request. We'll do that all in our next session. So for now, this was the start of the Postman training. So hopefully this will help you to set up your collection, add a request, add environment variable, set it, and start working on the Postman tool. So one last thing is how to set the environment variable. For the environment variable, you just go to this setting icon, and after that you need to add, and here you can name it Postman testing environment, and just add it, close it, and now you can see the environment variable name will be listed here. And if you can send the request, you can see in this environment variable, in this environment, you will have now property of token, and it has the value set already, right? So that's it for today, and hopefully you will got the Postman understanding, and now you can create your own collections and add your own tests easily. So in case of any question and queries, please do comment on YouTube video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will add the next things of Postman in the next tutorial. So till then, bye bye.